So we got this little scratch. It looks like it might be just a paint transfer.
What's up guys, DIY Salvage Guy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, we're gonna be hammering out a couple miscellaneous things that require a little bit of body work. So we're gonna be tackling that door. We got a used door, but it has a little bit of issues. We got a dent on there, so we're gonna take care of that. We're also gonna take care of some of the paint transfers that occurred on the other side of the car. There's pretty much damage on every single panel, so we're trying to avoid painting the whole thing due to space limitations. So we're gonna see what we can do with that. Also, we're gonna assess the damage of the bumper and see what we can do in order to fix that. So if you guys are new here, hopefully you guys understand the concept that we learn as we go in here. We are not professionals. We have no experience with this. So hopefully you guys will subscribe. Everyone else, thank you guys so much for being here and continuing to support me. Please smash that like button, comment, interact with me. I'll always get back to you guys. Make sure you guys have that post notification bell rang down below. Also make sure that you guys are following me over on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere else where you guys see that DIY Salvage Guy logo. And also make sure that you guys check out the new merch line. All proceeds 100% go back into the channel so I can give you guys better and better content every single day.
So what we still have to do before this car is actually officially ready for paint is we need to get this door actually ready to go. So when we take the door off, we're actually going to be sanding it down and everything. So we're not going to be doing that now because the door's still on, and when we take the car and actually get it painted, we'll make sure that that's all ready to go. The door's not going to be on the car when it's actually painted. I think it'll be easier to do while it's off, because we do have to paint like the door jambs and stuff like that. So it's gonna be easier to have everything off the vehicle and then paint it after that. So that's where all these little types of things are gonna get fixed. It's really not too much damage, really just some sanding, maybe a thin layer of Bondo that'll go on it, but we'll have to assess when we sand it all down and go from there. One thing that we do have to actually fix right now is this dent. So I don't know exactly how a dent like this occurs, how it happens from the inside. Never actually seen that before. So what we're gonna do is basically just hit it with a hammer and see if we can just get it to go back in a little bit. If we need to, we will sand it down and we will throw some Bondo on it just to fill in that little dent. But we'll see how it goes right now. We'll just try to do that. I'm sure I'm gonna put more dents in it, but at least this dent will be pushed in, and then we'll just throw some Bondo on it and make it so that it is ready for paint. Alright, so we got our body hammer. Just give it a couple smacks, just lightly, see what's actually going to happen with it. We were able to hammer it in. I'd say we got it probably like 90% of where it should be. Looks pretty good now, aside from all the scuffs and everything that I got on here. So I think we'll probably throw a tiny bit of Bondo on it and just make sure that it's leveled out before we paint. And we are going to sand it down, so none of this hammering actually matters. But the door looks good. Just a matter of sanding it down. Figure out what we're going to do with the door handle. The clip that came with the car actually broke as well. Right down here it broke. It's supposed to clip right in. New one's like 20 bucks. I'm going to try to plastic weld it, see if I can do anything with that. But if not, we'll have to get a new one. most likely we'll be able to take this door handle off and kind of paint it. I'd have to do front and back, so we'll see. It'll be a little difficult to just do in one pass, but we'll see what we can come up with. So right now that's what we're dealing with. So I think we're good with that. The sanding part will come a little bit later when we are ready to paint. So I think the next thing that we need to do is maybe we'll deal with the bumper now. Maybe we'll try to sand that down, throw some filler on there. So we have that aspect right down there. That's a problem. We have a couple scratches and scuffs. So we'll throw some, take the sander to that now, see what we have to do in order to fill those in. And then naturally on this side, we have some damage as well. It looks like they hit a sign or something, like right here, here. So whatever they hit kind of indented the dent. We should be able to get this out. A little bit of heat pushing it out a little bit. I think we'll be okay with that. So this whole thing will need to be sanded down a bit. And over here, now there's a stupid little bit amount of damage on every single panel here. So I don't think this is going to be able to be buffed out. I think this is beyond the paint itself. Looks like this is through the paint as well. But I'm going to take a buffer to it real quick and just see what happens. And hopefully we don't need to repaint all that. I'd rather really not touch this side of the vehicle if I don't have to, aside from the bumper. So we got this little scratch. It looks like it might be just a paint transfer. I'm not sure if it actually broke the surface of the paint on here. So we'll just spray up some wax and grease remover. We have some scratch beanie. Never used this stuff before. We'll see how it goes. Throw it on the buffer, but right now we'll just clean it up. Give it a shot. We'll use our Chemical Guys buffing pad. Use the light one. Try some compound. So we'll start with this and see how it goes. Hey, it came right out. Look at that. Right off the surface. No issues. Wow. Alright. So it's just a nice surface paint transfer. Looks good. So now we don't have to worry about painting this panel. That's a load off. That's good. We'll just kind of look over the rest of it and see what else we can do this with. Looks like there's actually a bit more damage on this panel than I thought there was. So I guess when they hit something, it kind of just scraped along the whole thing here. A lot of scratches here. It looks like it's actually down through the paint. We'll give it a shot and see what we can do, but I don't think this is going to come out. So we'll have to make a decision on whether or not we want to paint this or not. So we'll have to see. Stuff came out pretty good too. Shocked. I didn't think this stuff was going to come out. I thought it was like beyond the surface. It's definitely dented. That's something I could live with. I would say I'm not going to repaint this. I'm good with this panel. You know, guy hit some stuff. The car's got 90,000 miles. I'm not too worried about it. You know, it's that kind of stuff is fine. So we'll just do that the rest of the car and just see, make sure that we're good on everything else. Another situation where plastic welding might come in handy. I just mentioned that the plastic part on the bottom of the lock cylinder cover, it broke off. There's these two tabs, one here and one here. Kind of just pops on, it's supposed to pop off. I guess it got cracked when it went to go pop off at some point. So I'm not sure if there's going to be enough here to be able to plastic weld back on. But yeah, we'll give it a shot. We'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll save the $25 that they're going to be charging for this. It's on the bottom, so it doesn't need to be pretty, thankfully. But yeah, we'll try to tack it up a little bit, and then we'll try to get a nice good weld in there. There's not really much to hold, so this is going to be a little tough to do. Really just needs to stay like that. Gotta be able to get a tack on there, but it's very close to my fingers, so it's going to be tough. We'll see. See how that came out. That dry a second. It might be good enough. There's just really not a lot of space. I can't put any metal mesh on there or anything. There's not enough room for it. But we'll try to get a welder on the whole thing. And hopefully we'll be able to get it on. You know, if not, we'll have to buy another one, which will be kind of crappy, but yeah, we'll see. Let's just see how this winds up coming. Alright, so it's not pretty. Plastic welding never is. Luckily, this sits on the bottom, so no one will ever see it, so it'll just be like that. We're gonna let this dry another second. Looks like it might be okay. Problem is I can't get any welds down in here, so I'm not sure how strong this is actually gonna be. We'll give it a shot, we'll see. So it's gonna go right here. Slide on. Just like that. Yeah, but we got to be able to take it on and take it off, so. Well, maybe we just keep it like that. Looks alright. So this is the part that I know we need to kind of repair. There's some scuffs and some pretty deep gouges in here from where they hit. Like, this is gonna have to be filled in. But I do want to get the rest of this cleaned up and just see what kind of damage we're dealing with. And then we can make some assessments on what we need to actually do. So, spray it up, some wax and grease remover, spray it all nice. Like down. These are all pretty deep. None of this is going to come out, but we'll hit it with the compounder anyway real quick. Just to make sure that anything that we're going to be fixing is actual damage and not, it's not even worth it. These are all pretty deep. We're going to have to sand. They're all thin layer of body filler on here, plastic, flexible body filler. Same stuff I used on the A7. And we'll have to fill this in as well. Might be best to kind of fill this in with a plastic weld, but we'll try to do a body filler and just see what we can do with that. Maybe we'll do body filler for the whole thing. I don't want to do plastic welding if I don't have to, but this whole thing's pretty dented, pretty bent in. So looks like we're gonna have to reshape it a little bit, get some heat down here. Best thing for this is probably going to be to take the whole bumper off, but I really don't want to take the bumper off and then have to put it back on. It's going to be a little annoying right now. because we're not going to be painting with it like this. So we'll see. We'll see what we're going to do with this right now.
That's gonna do it for today's episode, guys. We're gonna be hopping into the rest of the bumper on the next episode, but for now, we just wanted to make sure that we could assess the damage, see what else we had to do on it. Nice quick little hitter. And so if you guys are new here, hopefully you guys understand the concept of this channel. We learn as we go, we get better as we go, we make mistakes as we go. So I need your guys' help in order to get better at this stuff. So hopefully you guys will learn alongside me and smash that subscribe button. Everyone else, thank you guys so much for being here and continuing to support me. Please smash that like button, comment, interact with me. I'll always get back to you guys. Please also make sure you guys have those post notifications on. It's a little bell down below. Also make sure you guys follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those places that you guys see the DIY Salvage Guy logo. And also make sure that you guys check out the new merch line. 100% of the proceeds go back into the channel so I can give you guys better and better content every single day. On this channel, we learn as we go. It's what we do here. We are not professionals. So hopefully I can inspire you guys to just try it and just pick up a wrench, buy a car, do whatever you need to do. Just try to become a DIY salvage guy yourself.